In this video, we'll go over all the WoW news from the past week and try to compress it into a bite-sized video. The weekly event for this week is Cataclysm Time Walking. The Archaeology Bi-Weekly for Legion is Worth Its Weight, which awards a 5,000 gold trash item, which can only be done once per character. So, kind of worth doing on each of your characters, as 5,000 gold is quite a lot for a single quest. If it is still 5,000 gold. It was 5,000 in Legion. Maybe they've nerfed it by now. Also, the Darkmoon Fair is in town this week, which means you can get an extra 10% rep and XP buff, which does stack with the 100% XP buff going on right now. And in other news, Blizzard announced a lot of updates for the Shadowlands Alpha, so much that I can't possibly go over them in a bite-sized news segment. So, some highlights. They've announced a lot of their planned Covenant abilities for certain classes and specs. They've announced some class updates, some highlights of them being Frost Death Knights will have the option to go one-handed again, same with Brewmaster Monks, and Shadow Priests will die after using Surrender to Madness again. There will also be more information released as they get ready to launch the first alpha, and pretty much all of what's being released is subject to change, as they've already talked about how they changed some of the things already after they've just announced them, because, alpha is just alpha like that. Expect the Shadowlands Alpha to go out within the next week. Alright, and now it's time for weather with DevBot the WeatherBot. How's the weather out there?
Humans don't only use 10% of their brains, they use 100% of it at all times. The other parts control the body and organs.
Haha, DevBot. Sounds like you've probably said that before in the past, because I haven't installed the new DevBot voice software on my computer yet. Anyways, channel update. I still haven't quite set up the new computer yet to handle the bite-sized WoW news to make it a lot faster for myself. I was super busy last week because I took 2 days to create 2 April Fool's videos for 2 of my channels, and that set me behind on getting videos out to my editors. So this week, I'm good to go. So I should be able to have it set up by next week, assuming I don't get lazy and slack off again. So, until next week, I should be in the Shadowlands Alpha, the same with like all the other WoW YouTubers, and that's going to be fun. I don't know if that's going to be one of those things where I slack off and play that instead of actually working again. So, crossing fingers until next week.